Hello everyone, and welcome to the first day of Star Trek Online Age of Discovery. Age of Discovery brings something really unique to Star Trek Online. It is the first time in the game's 8-year history that it gets to run parallel with an ongoing TV show. With that said, today we're going to cover something that most new players may need help with, and that is the character creation. As you can see, you can do a normal Starfleet character, the year 2161. You can do a Klingon character, a Romulan Republic character, a TOS, which begins in the 23rd century. You can also play as the Dominion or the Jem'Hadar. And what we are going to focus on today, the DSC, which is Discovery Era character. As you can see with the rest of the options, you have several different species that you can play as, including some which you do have to unlock from the Sith store that we will take a look at in a later video. With Star Trek Age of Discovery, you can only play as a human, a Vulcan, or an alien. The species that you decide to choose will not affect your gameplay, other than what you would like to look like. Now, on the right side of your screen, you will see there is 3 professions: engineering, science, and tactical. Take the time to actually look at those class infos and decide on what would better fit your style. Engineering is more of your thinky class, which definitely helps you stay alive, but with proper skills throughout leveling, you can still put out a decent amount of damage. Science focuses on abilities versus the raw damage. You're also a little bit more of a support character, but yet again, Star Trek Online is mainly focused on DPS, so even with a science character, you can still do a pretty good level of damage. And tactical. That is your basic DPS build. You get, as far as space, you get a lot of attack patterns, buffs to your weapons, and your team weapon damage. As far as ground, you kind of do the same thing. You get a lot of buffs to your weapons and your ground team weapon damage. Selecting that is probably one of the most important things. I suggest trying all 3 and deciding what fits your playstyle. Now, the next step in creating your character is their appearance. I decided to go with a female Vulcan this time around. However, if you did want to play an alien, they definitely have a lot more options as far as personalization. You can do humanoid, you can do different types of head, the options for their forehead details are a lot, and you can definitely make this character your own. Now, I don't have a Vulcan currently, so I decided I would go with a Vulcan female this time around. As you see, you still have a chunk of options on what you want your Vulcan to look like. Now, I have done this a few times, so I kind of have an idea of what I would like her to look like. So let's find a hairstyle. We're gonna go, what about this? I don't actually report name. Let's see. Eh, there we go. We're gonna do this. I think it makes it look pretty serious. Now, I know typically Vulcans have a um, different hair, a grayish eyes, but I'm not particularly a fan of that. So we're going to do blue. I'll keep her hair black as that is a more traditional Vulcan look. But you can see, you can change her makeup. You can only do eyeshadow full. I like how it looks with all the makeup, is it gives it a little more detail. Now, that is, in my opinion, a little too white, so There we go. Let's do that. Height. So she's currently 5'11". I think we're gonna lower that just a little bit. Let's do like 5'7". Also with aliens, you can go lower in the height scale than you can with anyone else. Again, let's see, you can do a different posture. We're gonna do thoughtful. Yep, there you go. And this is what she's gonna look like. And then you hit next. And then here you get to create a little bit of a biography for your character. Now, I've never been a huge fan of doing a biography, so I usually leave that blank. What I will do is create a name for her, which I already know. It's going to be Becca Valentine. Now, I do want to capitalize these. As some of you may know, that is the name of one of the characters from Andromeda Ascendant. It is probably one of my favorite shows. So I decided I'm going to go with that for this time around. You can go through the random ship names, which are pretty cool. This is just for your starter ship. Any ship you get later in game, you can change it. So we're not gonna, let's see, let's go with the USS Norma. And we hit engage. And this will bring us to